What's up, BoobTube? So, I'm finally getting my 20 questions video. I made one and yeah, the cussing was annoying me, and if it was annoying me, I know it's gonna annoy everybody else. I'm Jeanna, or Lunatone83, and here on Witches of Balance. So, our next videos are, it's kind of fun, which is awesome because, you know, you don't always want to be serious. 20 questions, and they're not just, they're actually pretty fun questions. Craziest place you've had sex? Well, I'm not very exciting. My craziest place has probably been in the back of a car in a public parking lot. That was actually pretty crowded. So this is about as crazy as I get. Favorite movie? Well, I had a hard time picking. So, I picked two. One of them is Devil's Rejects. Don't get me wrong, I loved House of a Thousand Corpses. I loved Halloween. I love all Rob Zombie movies. But for some reason, Devil's Reject is that kind of like gritty country serial killer type thing. And House of a Thousand Corpses is more of like demented gore. Which is pretty rad too, but I like Devil's Rejects better. Plus, they have the best soundtrack ever. Especially when they play Free right at the end. Yep, Southerner Girls fucking anthem. Well, for me. And then my second movie that I picked was Pineapple Express. I fucking love that movie. Yep, Tasman. My favorite crystal or stone and why? My favorite crystal or stone, right now, it changes, is either my amethyst or my black obsidian. My black obsidian honestly helps me a lot with my ADHD, which is probably, you know, it's a grounding stone, so it actually, it helps me a lot with that. It also helps me to sleep, which I have issues doing too. My shoe size. Yep, I got hobbit feet. I wear a size 6. I'm 5'3", 5'4" on a good day. So yeah, my husband calls them hobbit feet. Stupidest thing I've ever done. Well, I do a lot of stupid shit, but probably the worst one was when I totaled my car. I got a DUI at the time, blacked out, don't remember. So yeah, and it was my first brand new car ever. It was my first car I ever bought on my own, and I had like 5 miles when I got it. Oh, it was a ride car, and it was pretty fucking quick too for a little car. Now they have turbos in them, which I was so mad when I first got the car, because I was like, 2 months later they came out with a turbo, and I was like, you gotta be shitting me, I want that one now. But yeah, probably the stupidest thing was getting a DUI, going to jail, and totaling my car. Alright, dirtiest habit. So, I had a hard time with this one. I don't chew my nails or anything, but I was sitting here noticing, like, I'll do this a lot, or even just stick my finger in my nose. For no fucking apparent reason. I won't be picking boogers. I'll just stick my finger in my nose. I don't know. It's fun. Fashion blunders you hate. Okay, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack about this because it's considered, I don't know, fashionable right now, I guess. But I was born in the 80s. You know, the 90s. I grew up in the 90s. So the thing that, like, that I cannot stand is the high-waisted shorts. You know, they're short, but they're high-waisted. You know, the old school, like, 90s type shorts. I mean, some people can pull it off. I can't pull it off, and honestly, I think it looks fucking retarded. I don't know why. It just looks stupid. But for me, you know, most of it is the younger crowd that didn't really, you know, wear them in the 90s. They were too young. people like me that wore them in the 90s, you know, were like, yeah, let's not go back to that. I'm cool with going back to the spandex and fucking the 80s stuff that I wore, because I remember wearing fucking hot pink, hot green spandex. It was awesome. I loved it. Which is, you know, the whole leggings thing has come back, so that reminds me of the 80s. But for some reason, the 90s, besides the grunge shit, any other fashion, I just... Some things I do like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things I do like. But the high-waisted shorts can't fucking stand. Oh, and just to be clear, guys, because, alright, my husband, he has been to prison several times, years at a time. And the whole sagging the pants thing didn't come from prison. No. They have a dress code, well, at least in Arizona. Now, this may be different in other states. They have a dress code. They don't even have pants. They wear jumpsuits. They wear these things that zip up, you know. Well, at least in Department of Corrections, DOC. Maybe some of your others, like county jails, probably. But prison, no. Jail, maybe. Yep. I asked my husband. I was like, is that true? And he's like, well, maybe for county, but definitely not for prison. Because they're way more, you know. It's a lot different in prison. And there is a difference. Okay. Where am I going? Physical turn on, men and women. So, men... I like men, you know, that are muscular, but not, like, roided out type. Actually, that makes me sick. Most of the guys that, you know, that are just fit. Dark hair. I like blonde hair too, but I like guys that have longer hair, that wear the hats and the hair kind of like peeks up, you know, underneath the hat. Like, I think that's rad. I don't know why, for some reason, I think guys that are in their dirt bike gear and stuff, I think that's so hot. I don't know why, you know, big fucking boots and chest protectors are cool, but I don't know why it's so hot. Women. Women, I like women that have, you know, fair complexion, dark hair, and, you know, lighter colored eyes. And I don't know if it's just more of kind of like a style more than a look, but I like girls that, you know, that have clear complexions, nude lips, dark hair, you know, stuff like that. That's the kind of type of girl, you know, that physically I'm attracted to. Next. Who would turn you gay? This one was hard because there is a lot of like alternative models that I fucking love and I think are the hottest things ever. And one of them is Megan Massacre. But I followed her a lot way before she was on TV. And I liked her style back then more than I do now. So I guess it would be her. She would turn me gay. Or lesbian. Grocery shopping and the things you hate that people do in the grocery store. I have two things. One of them is probably going to be a whole nother video altogether. But one thing I cannot stand is our Walmart, or at least the one by my house, the rolls aren't like very wide. So when people push their carts and fucking stand in the middle of the way and just look around, and here, you know, I come, and I gotta fucking wait. I'm sitting here waiting, and you're sitting there staring at me like I'm doing something wrong. Hello, dumbass, move your cart so I can get through. I mean, don't block the whole lane. There is other people. I hate that. Now, I mean, it's fine if you're in the way and you move, but when you're in the way and I pull my cart up and I have to sit there for seriously a minute staring at you, and then you look at me like, what? What? Gee, I don't know, dumbass. Move your cart so I can get by you. That's one. My second one is, it's just going to be a whole new video. I've decided it's pretty much tattoo etiquette. I mean, it's fine to compliment me on my tattoos, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I cannot fucking stand when people, like, touch me to see my tattoos. Don't fucking touch me. This is my skin. I'm gladly to show you or turn it however you want, but don't fucking touch my arm. Another one is, If I have a shirt that's like this, don't come up to me and say, I like your chest tattoo. Well, you can even see my whole chest tattoo. Okay? So, now I know you're just fucking bullshitting. Another one is, oh, I like your arm. Okay, that's nice. Well, what do you like about my arm? Did you even see anything that was on my arm? I mean, it's fucking awesome you come up to me and say, dude, I like your zombie. It's fucking rad, you know? That shows me that you have actually, you know, saw what was on my arm. Not to, like, try to act cool or think you're being cool by going, oh, I like your arm. Oh, and another thing, don't say tat. There is no such thing as tat. Tat is a whole different meaning. Tattoo is what you get put on your skin. Okay, so there's my rant for the tattoo stuff. I'm just gonna make a whole video on that. Describe my undies. Well, I'm with Ange on this one. I cannot fucking stand G-strings. I don't get the point of them. Because honestly, all I want to do all day is fucking pick a wedgie. I mean, I feel like I have a goddamn wedgie all day. And then I run around going, oh, get a wedgie. Oh. And it's really just my G-string going up my ass. I'm sorry, but it's fucking uncomfortable. I can't stand it. So, some of the things I wear are like, boy shorts. I wear boy shorts a lot. And like the low-rise, bikini. They're not really bikini. They're more like boy short bikini, but no, I don't know. Whatever the mix. Kind of almost like, little kids undies or whatever you call them. I don't know. But you get the point. They're not bikinis, but they're a mix between bikini and boy shorts, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm not going to show you my underwear. I'm sorry. Look it up or some shit. They're not bikinis, but they're, I don't know. They're kind of like men's fucking, like Hanes underwear or something, you know, think about that. But for girls and tighter, you know. I don't know. Favorite alcoholic beverage. We were destined. I'm not a huge drinker. I do like to, I drink socially. I have a beer once in a blue moon. But I have two. My favorite beer is PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon. I fucking love that beer. Not to mention that it's cheap, but honestly, I think it tastes better than shit like Bud Light. So that's my drink. That's my beer drink. Alcohol, like hard alcohol wise, hands down whiskey. I won't drink anything else but whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. That's all I drink. I have a choice. It's gonna be whiskey. Hands down, whiskey. You know, I like mojitos, you know, in the summer a lot, but other than that, whiskey. Yep, I'm a true Southern girl. Okay, what did I eat for breakfast this morning? Honestly, I haven't eaten yet. I probably had a bite of my son's sausage and eggs, and I pick on stuff usually all day until I actually eat. My husband's actually home for the day. He's been on the road for pretty much a month, so yes. I'm making pulled pork tonight, barbecued pulled pork. So it's gonna be freaking rad. I'm usually not a big meat eater, but I made this the other night for my son, and I actually was like, oh my god, it's fucking rad. It tastes really good. But, you know, pork's not red meat. I'm not a big red meat fan. No. Definitely red meat's not, I don't like it. Make, color, model of my car. I have a 2009 Toyota Corolla. It's, I don't know, it's like a maroon red. My car was a victim of a hailstorm. A really bad hailstorm. And, $5,000 worth of damage. I don't know how the fuck they didn't total my car. But a lot of the dings and the scratches is kind of, the paint doesn't look so much like it did. But I garage my car. I don't keep it outside because, you know, in Arizona, you leave your car out here for a month and it's gonna, yeah, fade horribly. How much money do I have in my wallet right now? I have none right now. I usually keep money in my bank account. Well, I am right now. I usually like to keep cash on me, at least. But, honestly, cash flows through my hands like freaking dust that you blow like this. Seriously, it doesn't last very long. I'd rather use my card because I feel like I don't spend as much. It's probably not true at all, but when there's cash in my wallet, I will spend it. Which is my favorite? Tea, coffee, hot chocolate? Honestly, my favorite is sweet tea. I fucking love sweet tea. If I could live off of anything, if I had an endless supply of sweet tea, I would, sweet tea is definitely my fave. And only in certain places though, like, Chick-fil-A has good sweet tea and so does McDonald's, surprisingly or not. I usually try to make it myself, but lately, some of the teas that I've used just doesn't taste right. So I'm trying to perfect that. Because sweet tea is a must in my book. What is the worst program on TV? I normally don't watch a lot of TV. I rarely do, usually when my husband's home. Otherwise, I'd rather read. My son watches cartoons, so that's on TV. But, the worst TV show ever, I think, is Bad Girls Club. I think it's the stupidest fucking shit ever. Why the hell would you go on TV and just make a total ass out of yourself because you're trying to be a badass? I don't know, I just think it's stupid. I've watched it a few times just to humor myself, and it's just stupid. I don't understand why people, I don't know, why do you want to act like an absolute fool in front of millions of people? I don't know, because half of them are laughing at you, not with you. Yeah, you kicked that girl's ass, they're still laughing at you, not with you that you kicked her ass. For the fact that you're 30 years old and act like you're 20. Next one is my favorite item of clothing. I wish, okay, so I'm doing laundry right now and I'm totally unprepared, but hold on, maybe I'll just edit it. My favorite item of clothing. So this shirt is probably one of the oldest shirts ever, and I've cut it up and everything, but honestly, this is my favorite piece of clothing. Yep. My Led Zeppelin shirt. I fucking love it. My dad actually had that album, and that's the reason why I got that shirt. Because I remember seeing fucking, I think it was a record, I don't remember, or something. CDs weren't out at that time. It was like 8-track and maybe tape. Tape was just now. Like, I was probably, well, maybe tapes were definitely out. Yeah, tapes were out. I'm not that old. I don't know. I just remember seeing it and my dad listening to it, and I fucking loved it. I grew up around music, you know. Parents were in bands, so that happens. So, you know, I saw that shirt and I was like, oh, I've got to get it. It's the Grim Reaper holding the lantern over. I was like, yes. Actually, you guys may not, I mean, most people may know this, but it's the Grim Reaper holding a lantern with a Star of David over this, like, rocky cliff and shit. So, yeah. I remember my dad telling me, he goes, that has a Star of David in the lantern. I'm like, really? Because you have to kind of look close. And, yeah, my dad got me into that one. So, what did I eat for dinner last night? What did I eat for dinner last night? Oh! We had spaghetti last night. Something simple. You know, when it's just me and my son, I don't really go full out cooking like I'm gonna do today, but, something simple. He loves spaghetti, so yeah. Spaghetti. Wow, I know I'm real exciting, aren't I? Alright. Who in the world, if you could, who in the world would you fuck? Okay. So, maybe not a person per se, but maybe a character of a person. Definitely Captain Jack Sparrow. I don't care who you, I don't care. I love the whole dreads thing, the whole shit that he does. Yeah. He's fucking hot in that movie. So, yep, there's my 20 questions. Hope you guys have a rad tad afternoon. Blessed be.